Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about healthcare. Healthcare to me is it's personal. I was a healthcare provider for more than 20 years. I worked as a paramedic. I no longer work in that capacity, but I do speak out about healthcare often. And so I'm going to be starting to speak out more in this platform about healthcare and the things I see going wrong. Someone told me something a really long time ago about healthcare that stuck with me. It stuck with me in my professional life, and it definitely got me in my personal life as well. Somebody said to me at one time, statistically, it doesn't matter how you leave the hospital. It only matters that you leave. And I will say that it took me a couple of years to really figure out what that meant. And I'm going to tell you what that means. When they count people as being a save in healthcare, they don't count the quality of life that that person is going to live. They only count the fact that they were alive when they left. That's the only statistic that really matters to the bean counters that run healthcare in our country. It doesn't matter what your quality of life is. It only matters that they got the save. It only matters that you're leaving the hospital alive. What your quality of life is at that point is of no consequence to the people that run and manage these places. The only thing that matters is the save. They count you as a save even if you're leaving the hospital on a stretcher with a ventilator and a feeding tube. You're still a save. The more saves they have, the more money they make. The more budget they get expanded. It doesn't matter what people have to live with in their life, what caregivers have to give in order to look after these people in their life. The hardships that follow that injury or illness and the results of it. The only thing that matters to the people that make the decisions is that that person is considered a save. What happens after that doesn't matter to them. Right now, we have people laying in hallways trying to get better from very, very, very bad illnesses and injuries. These are life-altering things, and they're laying on stretchers in hallways. When I worked out of the hospital that I worked out of most of the time, there were these set-aside parts in the hallways. They were meant for things like linen carts and equipment that wasn't necessarily being used at the time, but may be needed in the near future. And now it's where we put patients to try to help them get better. We put them in a cubby hole with a curtain. They have a bed, they have a little nightstand, and they have a chair, and they have a curtain. They have no sink, they have no bathroom, they have no privacy. Your doctor wants to talk to you, you lay in a hallway behind a curtain, which doesn't stop anybody from hearing what issues you have, what treatments you'll be having, and how sick you really are. They just lay there in a cubbyhole trying to get better. The problem with this is that we've accepted that as okay. We've accepted it as people laying in cubbyholes behind a curtain as a standard of care. When did this become the norm? I'm not normally an emotional person. Years of working in healthcare took that away from me. Seeing people suffer every day broke me. So for me to show emotion, we literally have people in cubby holes and expecting them to get better. And we've accepted this as the norm. And we take it every day. We've allowed it to happen. It's no different than anything else that happens in this country. We just take it as the norm. And if we say too much, we get ridiculed for it. Well, I've chosen healthcare to focus on because it doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. Someday it will affect you. It will affect the people that you love. And then maybe you'll understand what's happening. Hallway medicine is not medicine. It is not caring for people. It is not even any one government that's responsible for it. It's not federal, it's not provincial, it's all of them. You cannot blame just one part of government, and that's the problem. Nobody's being held accountable. The province blames the country, and the country blames the province. Meanwhile, we have people lying in cubby holes and hallways, and we call that medicine. Wait times in this country have increased by 208% since 1993. So with all the medical advancements that we've made, all the new equipment that we have, all the extra training that we've given people and the tools to help people look after others, why do we have an increase of 208% wait time since 1998? Why? The fact that we consider this as acceptable, that's what I find so unbearable. Well, we have executives that go home every day and drive their Porsches and live in their fancy homes and get thousands and thousands of dollars in pay. We have people in hospital, in hallways, trying to get better. And we wonder where the money is. We send money overseas to other countries so that they can look after themselves. What about Canadians? What about us? I don't understand how anybody cannot look at this and see what is going on. The wait times keep increasing and keep going up. And it might be subtle, and we might have a little drop here and there, but nothing has gotten better. Nothing has gotten better. We have overcrowding in our hospitals. We have people who can't get into nursing homes. We have families who keep people with them longer than they should because they have no choice. That's not caring for people. I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad about this. I'm so mad at this decline. And it's no good to say it's this hospital or that hospital or this problem or that problem. It is clear across the country, and it is with anything. But you know what you can do? You can tell your doctor that you can't take it anymore, and they will offer you relief within a day. They will take you out just so they don't have to count you as one of their statistics, one of their waiting statistics. Because you know what you don't wait for? You don't wait for someone to come and take you out. They will do that in a heartbeat. But they can't find you a bed to get better in. They'll allow people to suffer in pain and wait for surgery. But in the meantime, if you want to take this other option, well, we can make it happen. That's not healthcare. That's managing the population. We're not mad enough about this stuff. And until it affects you, you're not going to be mad about it either. But I'm telling you right now, at some point, it will affect you. And no matter how you vote, healthcare is the one thing that we all have in common. And eventually, somebody you love or you yourself are going to need something, and you're going to realize just how bad it's gotten. So while you sit there and you praise your liberals or praise your premier or whomever it is that you absolutely have fallen in love with and they can do no wrong, you just remember that person that's laying in a cubby hole, who's very, very ill and can't get better. That's what we've come to. Cubby holes and made. That's what I should have called this channel. Have a great day.